What's up, family? How y'all doing? Oh, man. What a night in the NBA last night, man. What a night. Shit. Some nice performances from Boogie. You know, a couple overtime game or two. You know, it was an overall decent night. I didn't cash. Hey, it is what it is. You live to fight another day. Try to get a little too cute. Sometimes you get those times, man. You know. I didn't play any cash, so that's what reason I was trying to get cute, trying to bink a tournament, and it just didn't work out. I was in the neighborhood, man. I should have balanced my lineup out a little bit more, man. Luka didn't really do what I expect him to do. I didn't expect the blowout. I mean, I didn't even expect him to lose. But once the news came out, as far as Porzingis and everything being out, then, you know, my eyes got kind of big and, you know, things like that. And then waiting on Philadelphia news and all that. That's why it's great to have Twitter and also be following Fantasy Labs NBA so you can get that news, man. Shout out to the, oh my God, shout out to the group, man. They killing it. Shout out to everybody, man. Thank you all for the continued support, the subscribes, the likes. You know, I couldn't be no thankful. Now, getting right into it, I'm gonna cover the main slate. It's gonna be 5 games, and we're gonna jump right into it right now. I think it's important for you guys to play cash in these times right now with all of these COVID protocols and all of this. Cash games become more. You can identify these cash games a little bit more easier, man. And keep in mind that cash players are not just 7K and 6K guys. You get cash plays at 5K and under, all the way down to 3K. You get cash plays. You know, that's why sometimes the cash line be so damn high, because people are really biting down doing their research. Number one, number two. It's important that you know your personnel. So when these injuries and shit come out, then you know exactly who benefits and which way to go. When I do these pods, they're mainly like first look pods to get you refreshed and get you right back going in the right direction for the day. But I'm gonna tell you, the slate don't start until 2 hours before. That's when the news start pouring in and shit, and then you have to be glued to your phone and to Twitter and everything, so you can benefit. You know what I'm saying? Benefit from these injuries and things like that. That's what tournaments are won, man. You know. So starting off with the Cleveland and Boston things, not too many injuries. Dellavedova, somebody who really didn't matter on the Cleveland side, and Kevin Love, who's been out. For the most part, they're getting back healthy. On the Boston side of things, you get Pritchard out. Naismith, Langford, those boys probably haven't been getting that much around anyway. Tatum's still out, and then that's just about it for the injuries on them. They're getting back a little bit more healthy. And along with Kimmel Walker, this will probably be his 3rd game back. Now, first person I want to talk about here is Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, the usage is there for him. I love to see that 28. You know what I'm saying? 8,600 on Fanduel on DraftKings. On DraftKings on Fanduel, you'll get Jaylen Brown for about what was he? Around the same price, I believe, 8,300. He's definitely in play for me. Just purely based off volume alone, GPPs and cash. I don't mind them. Somebody else who's been playing well as of late is Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart, the menace is always there for him. The last 2 games he went over 30 fantasy points, and he took a nice hefty amount of shots the last 3 games, 17, 19, and 15. Do I still play him? I don't even play him that much, man. The slate has to be small, which it is a smaller slate right now. He's priced at $6,400 on FanDuel, $6,100 on DraftKings. Kimmel Walker, his minutes has he started off at a hard 20 minutes cap. Then 22. Then the coach said his minutes would be lifted to 25 to 28 minutes. Then he played 29. 6,300, man. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna let us know that his minutes are gonna go over 28 minutes. The chains have been broken, but if you're playing multiples, I wouldn't mind taking a stab at him because he's very cheap. And if we already got confirmation that he'll play 28 minutes right here, and he played 29. Let it be a close game or something. And he slipped through the cracks and probably get 32, 33 minutes at 6,300. He could be a decent play. 6,800 on Fanduel. And then other than that, if we was to even get word that Kimmel Walker would even be out, then in the absence of Pritchard, then we know Jeff Teague would probably step in and get the start at 3,900. I don't know what he is. Oh, look at her. She's talking about she like me. Oh, man, here we go. All right. Anyway, yeah, you'll get Teague over here for 4,300. A GPP play, but that's if, Kimmel Walker would be out or anything of that nature. On the Boston side of things, I mean, and as far as like Daniel Tice and Tristan Thompson, the bigs over here, Robert Williams, they in good spots, but they all in timeshares. I can't really get that, man. It is what it is. As for Boston, I mean Cleveland, Andre Drummond, Jared Allen, and then you got JaVale McGee. They all split minutes. Make that a difficult situation, man. Andre Drummond, he did hurry up and get his and got his ass out the fucking way against Brooklyn. He got in 27 minutes he played. He got 50 fantasy points, but it's just something I can't trust, man. At 9,300 on FanDuel, you'll get him at 86. But man, any one of these guys have a bad game, shit, they tournament options. That's all I'm gonna put it, man. That's how I'm gonna put it. Jared Allen, he's somebody who he's always balling, but man, look at the minutes. Last game, Drummond was having a good game, so he got 19 minutes. So it's just a sticky situation. But we know minutes are solidified for Larry Nance and Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton, he's their shot taker and their shot maker over here. We all know that. His tips are up. 19, 29, 20, 19. The usage is going to be there for him. It's just the price is pretty nice on DraftKings. It's 7,100. I could get down with that, depending on my bills. I just don't know how I'm gonna look. But he's 1,000 more on FanDuel, and that's something to think about. He'll probably see some defense from Marcus Smart. I'm pretty sure. Larry Nance, his price just sticking around that 35. I mean, about around that 7K range, and he's been all right for that, especially for the last three games. But he's not showing too much upside on that price tag. So I just on a slate like this with some other decent players, I can't get there. This team is getting healthier. Cedi Osman, his usage rate is gonna go down. So I don't really feel comfortable going there. There's Garland at 5,500 on FanDuel. On DraftKings on FanDuel, he's priced at 6,600, 1,100 more, and he's on a minutes. His minutes can be lifted at any time, so something to keep an eye out on right there. He's always took around the 14, 15 shots. He's always in that range, so unless unless we get word that his minutes limits are lifted at 5,500, I probably won't be able to get there because we got a lot of value to look at. And like I say, as far as the bigs over here, I just can't get there. Charlotte and Orlando. On the Charlotte side, that's not too many. I mean, well, they're fully healthy right now. And then on Orlando side, Michael Carter Williams is going to remain out along with Markelle Fultz and Amino, the usual suspects. You know what it is. But Charlotte, Gordon Hayward, he always has upside on a price tag like this. He can give you 30 one night. He can give you 50 another night. You know what I'm saying? I think he priced up at about what? On Fanduel, he's priced up at 7,800. I don't mind the play going up against Orlando. I don't like the pace of play that Orlando plays, but for the most part, when you look at Charlotte, everybody, the starters are going to get their minutes, and that's what I like. They remind me of a Toronto squad where Gordon Hayward's going to play over 30 to 35 minutes. P.J. Washington, Terry Rozier, Devontae Graham, those are the starters. The 1 through 4 slot, they're going to play upwards of 35 minutes. Speaking of Devontae Graham has turned that corner. He's 6,400 on DraftKings. On FanDuel, he's 6,700. Fine play. I don't mind him. He's up in the 37, 38 minute range. Consistently getting better as the season has been going by. I told you he can get some assists, a few rebounds here and there, nothing major. He shoots a lot of threes. I don't mind the play, especially for 6,400. He's been hitting value, and that 6,400 price tag, upwards of 40 fantasy points. I don't mind that. Right. Just PJ Washington and the minutes are there for these guys, man. Attempts, the shot attempts, and Terry Rozier, they're in play, man. Just they're in play, and like I said, the way the coach distributes the minutes is pretty good for fantasy. We don't have to worry about their minutes distribution. My bad, y'all. Smoking. Anyway, on the Charlotte side on Orlando, Big Vooch, you'll get him at 9,100. I think he's 9,500 on FanDuel. He's definitely in play. He'll be seeing some defense from Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. I'm not scared of neither one of them. I didn't touch on Bismack Biyombo. He's just sitting there at 4,300. Cody Zeller played 10 minutes last game. I already told you guys, in the absence of Cody Zeller, P.J. Washington had been playing some 5, and if you look at it, Cody Zeller came back and played 10 minutes. P.J. Washington had been getting his fair, especially as of late, his fair share of double-doubles. But this is the game right here where P.J. Zeller came back. His rebound totals, especially against my Chicago Bulls, they went down to about 4 right there. So it's like they've probably been sticking him at the 4 slot and not putting him in the they probably will be leaving him at the 4 slot, not paying him at the center. But that's something we'll have to see. But anyway, touch it back on Vucevic. I don't mind the play. He's in play. You know what he can do. He can smash. Aaron Gordon, another guy I've been talking about. The last 3 games, he's been having that point guard forward role. He's point guard and small forward eligible on FanDuel, on DraftKings. On FanDuel, you'll get him for about 7,800. He's 7,400 on DraftKings. He's on triple-double watch every game now, for the simple fact that he's playing point guard. He's handling the ball a little bit more. And as you can see, that first game, man, he had a triple-double against the Knicks. And then the last 2 games, he damn near missed the triple-double right there. Now, if he's going to be handling the ball a lot like that, he's going to have to distribute the ball, and it might hinder his real points. So everybody betting on triple-doubles, 3-point attempts, and stuff like that. That's something to keep in mind, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a lot of people in my group and stuff like that, and people that watch me for sports betting advice and things like that. So, when you have to distribute the ball and you're usually a volume shooter, you're gonna have to average things out. Can he get 30? Hell yeah, he can get 30. But I'm just saying, I definitely like to play anyway. And then those are probably the only 2 guys that I would probably even consider outside of Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier took a whole bunch of shots in his last 2 games, especially that first one. We know he can do. We know he likes to shoot the ball. He just doesn't do too much as far as peripherals. I don't know where he got these 9 assists from, but I guess he got lucky. That pushed him over the 46 fantasy point mark. Almost 6K already since he's been back. I just don't know, man. But they're going to definitely need him. He had a favorable. I mean, playing at the 2 spot, going up against somebody like. He'll probably see some Terry Rozier and Devontae Graham. I don't mind the play, especially in GPPs. Moving over to the next game, we've got Atlanta and Milwaukee. Keep your eye out on the status of Trae Young, Hunter, and that's about it. Milwaukee looks like they're fairly healthy. On the Atlanta side, we know they like to play a up-paced game. Trae Young is dealing with some back spasms, so that's something to keep an eye out on there. If he can't go, then you can look at guys like Rajon Rondo, who can come in and put up fantasy points in a hurry. You see, he just played 19 minutes against Minnesota, gave him 30 fantasy points. We know he's a seasoned veteran. We know what he can do. Then another option that you can look at is as well, if Trae is out, then you can look at Goodwin. He'll probably play some minutes as well. If he could get hot from the field, which he's been very cold from the field, he's a dart throw. And then semi-tough matchup. It depends on how the game theory goes. John Collins been playing okay as of late. But you see, this is what we don't really like here. When he had back-to-back good games, this one, especially in Detroit, when Reddish and Hunter was out, he put up a 49 fantasy point. But see, he knows he can fall down. You know what I'm saying? And he had a string of 20-point fantasy games right there, and that's some shit that we just don't like. We definitely don't like that. And the first game was pretty decent against Minnesota, but then he come right back and give him a disappointing 17 fantasy point output. 7K on DraftKings, 6,600 on Fanduel. Probably be better off grab him on Fanduel if you do decide to go there. Hopefully he don't have to see no ABC. He don't have to guard ABC. There's definitely some foul trouble risk right there. And then Hunter sitting there at 6K, I probably can't get there, even though he's a fake decent option. Kevin Huerter, he can handle the ball. He got the shot. Depending on what happens, if Trae Young is out, man, he'd be more valuable to me. Cam Reddish priced at 4,900. I don't know. Even though these guys will have to get out there and play, you know what I'm saying? So we can't rule that out. I don't see why you can't hit value, but it is. Oh, she said she liked me. Now she sent me a message. Y'all see this? Come on now. Oh, she sent another message. I don't even know her. Come on now, girl. Y'all caught me in action, man. Y'all done caught me in action. Let me know what to do about this in the comments, guys. Let me know what to do about this in the comments. I'm macking and I ain't even paying attention, man. Anyway, and then on the you got Clint Capela. I really want to talk about Clint Capela because Clint, the boy been on fire. His last 5 games, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, 54, 76, 63. The one thing about Milwaukee, man, I don't care what nobody say they're not a good interior rebounding team. ABC gets a lot of rebounds just because of who he is, you know what I'm saying? So Capela's, barring any foul trouble, he should eat right here. And then the interior defense of Milwaukee ain't that good either. It's just the price tag that you worry about, man. Especially on FanDuel, you get them at what, 9,100, 10K. Jesus Christ! I almost fell out when I seen that, but now, it is what it is. He's probably gonna have his fair share of ownership, so that's something that you could think about. As of late, Brook Lopez, as of late, man, he's been shooting double-digit shots, and that's something that I like. 5 out of the last 7 games, he's taking double-digit shots. So that's something, he'll be able to try to bring Capela out there to that 3-point line. He's taking 4th, 8, 5, 7, 4. He thinks he's a 2 guard at times. His rebounding totals for the 4 out of the last 3 out of the last 4 games has been decent for him, for a big ass dude like him who don't like to get rebounds. Like prior to January 11th, he just won't. He's just allergic to getting a double-double. He's definitely gonna have to be down there trying to put some meat on Capela. If he get hot though, he could really be a nice GPP option. And that's it. I can't go for nobody else over here. DiVincenzo, he's somebody that you could look at too, but I won't. I ain't messing with him. Washington and San Antonio, man. This is right here is where your tournament can be won and lost. You know, guys can be played and faded. So Washington has been riddled with injuries. Westbrook got sporting a Q tag. Neto Q tag. Ish Smith out. Troy Brown Jr. Somebody was he's out. Avija, whatever you want to say, he's out. Berton's out. Man, it's just Rudy Hachimura, he's out. Just come on, man. They just Mo Wagner out. It's just bad, man. It's very bad. Newly acquisitions, they have Alex Len and Jordan Bell. They just signed Jordan Bell and Alex Len, so I don't know if these guys will be pushed into the rotation and what part of the rotation they'll be pushed into. 1, 2, 3. I don't know how many guys. They'll have 8 to 11 guys available. So looking at Robert Lopez while I'm down here, I know he's a veteran. He's a seasoned veteran. Truthfully, hey, in tournaments, for sure, in tournaments, I don't mind to play, man. It'll be hard for me to stomach getting to Isaac Bonda, but he's going to get the minutes. Let me go to a different view. Sorry, y'all. I want to work my way up. I want to work my way up right here. Shucks. Garrison Matthews, somebody who got, he can shoot the ball. So he's in play. You know what I'm saying? He will be. First, we want to know the status of Russell Westbrook, and we should get that news throughout the day. Hopefully closer before the slate locks. But you can look to guys like Garrison Matthews, Jerome Robinson. You can look to guys like this. Now keep in mind, Bradley Beal is playing, so he's going to take his 25, 30 shots. So it's going to still average out. These guys are still going to get limited shot attempts. If with Ish Smith already out, and if Bradley Beal don't play, then you throw Neto right on in there no matter what. He's questionable as of right now. I think he'll probably he might. I think he'll be playing, man. But I don't really know. I'm not a doctor or none of that. But those guys, man, you got to decipher through these guys, man, to see everybody outside of Beal is value. So, you find the right guy, and it can really, 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 really bolster your lineup to help you get some of the studs in there. On the San Antonio side, DeMar DeRozan, 7,800 on Fanduel, 7,600 on DraftKings. Everybody's in play against this team. Everybody's in play. DeJounte Murray, he had an injury. He might not play. He might not play. So that's something to keep an eye out on. Keldon Johnson, I love to play. Marcus Aldridge, you already know. Just everybody over here, I like the plays. Patty Mills, Patty Mills can actually blow up in this spot. He can shoot the ball. The boy got skills. The boy can shoot. Played 37 minutes last game. Pop loves this guy. Another guy I want to really talk about, Devin Vessel. Pop likes him as well. I think this is a play right here. Even in a blowout, he should be able to get some minutes. 21, 27, 26, you know what I'm saying? I can see him getting a little bit extra minutes, especially in the absence of Murray if he's out and in blowouts. So, this is a guy that will probably go under the radar while everybody's trying to pick players from the Washington side that he'll probably go unnoticed. And, that's about it. Moving over to the last game on the slate, New York against Portland. Injury bug has hit this Portland team with McCollum out and Big Nurkic out. Those are the big names right there. And then over here, especially at the guard position for the New York Knicks, Rivers is questionable now. Frank Ntilikina is questionable as well. Reggie Bullock is doubtful, and that's about it. Now, let's talk about the New York Knicks. Julius Randle, he's firmly in play. We already know that. 9,100. RJ Barrett as well. He's these two guys do the heavy lifting over here. Marcus Robinson. Mitchell Robinson, I'm sorry. Barney, we now know he's a hack, man. He like to foul a lot. But if he can happen to stay out of foul trouble against Canner, he should be able to get his fair share. He hovers around that double doubles a lot. You know what I'm saying? 5,800. Fanduel, you'll get him at 5,900. Price fairly the same. You know what I'm saying? He gets some blocks. You know what I'm saying? We need that full allotment of minutes of him, especially we need him to stay out of foul trouble. I always point him out because he's going to have that 7-8 block game one day. Elfrid Payton, straight up GPP play. He's an up and down guy, and then these guards are trying to get healthier over there, especially with Austin Rivers being questionable and Burks playing for his second and third game back. And speaking of Burks, my guy, I like Burks. Say what you want to say about him. His 2 games back, he played 31 to 27 minutes. Tibbs likes him. Whenever you see a 30-minute mark for a player, you better know Tibbs likes him. So he could potentially, his first game back, he took 8 shots. Second game back, he took 14 shots. He's not afraid to take and make shots. He can get hot on you as well. Now, some more usage could go around for him, especially if Bullock is out, which I prefer Bullock to be out. I think you'll get him at 5,200 on FanDuel. Bullock is out, man. He's definitely firmly in play. He'll probably be low owned. It is what it is. Sneaky play from this side, from the New York side. Somebody who you know what you're gonna get from him. A pivot off of RJ Barrett and Elfrid Payton. And I just can't get to nobody else. I can't even talk to anybody else, talk about anybody else, especially if Nerlens Noel, if he happens to if Mitchell Robinson happens to get in foul trouble, Nerlens Noel could step in. He has the last 2 or 3 or 4 games, he has been getting minutes. That's a good thing. And we're going to talk about the Portland side of things. Damian Lillard, it is what it is. He dropped like 3 50s in a row, 2 50s in a row, went over 50 fantasy points 3 out of the last 4, 23 shots, 3 out of the last 4. No McCollum. Do you want him or not? FanDuel, you'll get him at 10-5. Now, Enes Kanter, love the matchup, love the spot that he's in. Especially, I like to see him be a little bit more aggressive. I want to see him in the 12 and 13, 14 shot attempt range. We know Kanter can bust some folks up, man. So 6,500 on FanDuel, 6,200 on DraftKings, man, looking like one of the best center players on the slate. And then, you got guys like Robert Covington, who has been a shell of himself this year, if you ask me. He's been, man, this boy, I don't know, man. He should get a little bit more usage right now, but I just can't get there. He'll probably be guarding somebody like Randall or somebody, but I still can't get there. Carmelo Anthony, he's going to take his shots. So, quiet as kept, he's in play against this New York team. 4,800 on FanDuel, on DraftKings. on Fanduel. He's 4,100 at the small forward position. Like I said, the shots are going to be there for him. He could give you upside on this price tag. He could even go for 30, 40 fantasy points. It just depends on the setting on the setting. Gary Trent Jr. he's somebody who can get hot, especially from three. He's a really good 3-point shooter. But nothing more than the tournament option for me. And then you got guys like Derrick Jones Jr. He's been playing good as of late. You get him for 3,900 over here. Last 3 games, he has hit the 20-point fantasy output in the last 3 games. And then Rodney Hood. Rodney Hood stepping into the starting lineup. The first for his last for let's see, the last 2 games he stepped into the starting lineup, I believe, or this last game against San Antonio. Probably was the last game. That's when he had 25 minutes, but he took 15 shots at 3,800. Man, a cheaper option. That the minutes are going to be there for him. That's why that's what I can get. That's what I can make it at. Harry Giles, man, I just want to, I wish he could get a little bit more minutes because, it's somebody I like. It's not in play for me, but, the only way, if Cantor was to get into foul trouble, you'll see him, and I'll just tell him, you'll be like, who the fuck is that? You'll be like, that's Harry Giles. He knows how to go crazy. Anyway, that's it for this video, man. Thank you for the continuous support. My Twitter will be in the description. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications bell so you don't miss out on anything that I decide to upload. Thank you to my followers and my subscribers for being there for me. Big shout out to the Facebook group. Guess what, guys? Good luck today, man, on your NFL and everything. I'm out.